In William Blake's The Echoing Green, the progression of a single day on a playground serves as a map for the human life cycle. From the first line, the poem follows a timeline that moves through the specific energy levels and emotional shifts of youth, aging, and eventual rest. The first stanza establishes the starting point of this cycle. The sun arises to make the skies happy, and the merry bells ring to welcome the spring. These are the baseline conditions of early life: bright light and high energy. Blake defines the mood of this phase through specific vocabulary. In the word nest at the bottom of the page, we see cheerful is synonymous with pleasant, aligning the start of the day with a simple, positive frame of mind. The environment reinforces this state. The bells have a cheerful sound, and the birds of the bush sing louder to match it. Every element of the setting is aligned with the boundless energy of childhood. This opening sequence represents the dawn of life. It is a period defined by activity and optimism, occurring before the onset of fatigue. On the green, the children are in constant motion. The poem describes their sports as a loud, relentless presence that dominates the landscape. The term echoing describes how the environment reacts to this activity. The children's joy is so loud that the field itself seems to repeat it back. This echo is the defining sound of youth. It is a moment where the vitality of the young is the most prominent force in the world. As the day moves into the golden light of late afternoon, the perspective shifts. This environment mirrors the transition into late adulthood. Here, we meet old John. With his white hair, he and the elders sit under the oak tree. The text uses the word folk to describe them. The vocabulary list defines this as people, highlighting their shared communal experience. The passage of time has transformed these characters. They are no longer creating the echo. Instead, they have become the observant anchors of the green. As the elders watch the children play, they aren't just observing the present. They are seeing a reflection of their own history. When saying, such were the joys, they acknowledge a direct link between generations. They recognize they were once the children they see now. This gives the title, The Echoing Green, a second meaning. The echo isn't just a physical sound. It is the repetition of the life cycle itself, felt through memory. The final phase of the day is the onset of evening. The light begins to fail, and the energy that drove the morning begins to deplete. In the final stanza, the little ones become weary, and the sun begins to descend. The word mest defines these terms clearly. Weary means very tired, and descend means to go down. The sports have reached their natural conclusion. The energy of the children is in decline. Blake compares the children to birds in a nest. Just as birds return to rest after a day of flight, the children gather around their mothers as the sun sets. The darkening green is the final stage of the day. The noise of life fades, leading into a period of total stillness and rest. When we look at the poem as a whole, it forms a continuous loop. The morning of youth moves into the afternoon of adulthood, which eventually settles into the evening of rest. This structure is reinforced by the exercises following the text. The first activity asks how the sun affects the sky, confirming happy as the starting point. Further down, the questions identify old John specifically by his white hair. Blake's poem is a portrait of life contained within a single day. The path from the rising sun to the darkening field is one that every generation follows. For more structural analysis of the classics, subscribe and join us for the next video.